The story of the 1984 one penny from the United Kingdom begins with a small copper-plated steel coin that at first glance looks ordinary, yet it carries with it a history that many collectors find fascinating. This coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a design that represents an era of stability and continuity in the British monarchy during the 1980s. The portrait was crafted with fine detail, showing the young queen in a dignified manner. The penny itself may seem modest in size and value, but it belongs to a series of coins that tell the story of Britain's decimalization and the changes in its currency system. The reverse design is simple yet powerful, featuring the crown portcullis, historic symbol tied to British Parliament, giving the penny a deeper link to tradition and governance. In 1984, the Royal Mint produced the coin in large numbers for circulation, but not every coin that left the mint was the same. Errors, rare die strikes, and unique conditions have turned some of these pennies into treasures. Collectors always search for such anomalies because a small difference, unseen by the ordinary eye, can make one penny far more than just loose change. The one penny of 1984 has become a favorite among enthusiasts, not just for its design, but also for the unexpected surprises that lie within its production history. Some examples of this coin bear rare variations, either due to minting errors or special limited runs that were never intended for mass release. These rare coins escape into the world and only surface decades later. Queen Elizabeth II's reign saw many coin issues, but the 1984 penny stands out because of its scarcity and collectible condition. Mint state examples are extremely hard to come by today. For numismatists, every detail counts. The strike, the sheen, and even the tiniest misalignment of lettering or symbols can make the difference between an ordinary coin and a historical gem. The cultural value of this penny is also significant. It reflects a moment in Britain's economic story when copper coins were transitioning and modern minting techniques were advancing. Over time, coins like the 1984 penny have developed a reputation, with stories of their rarity spreading among collectors worldwide. Each time one is discovered, it rekindles interest in the wider public, drawing both beginners and seasoned experts into the hunt for rare pennies. The fact that a small coin, often overlooked in daily life, can one day be valued at millions shows the unpredictable journey of currency through time. It reminds us that history is not always written in grand monuments, but also in tiny pieces of metal passed from hand to hand. When preserved in perfect condition, the 1984 penny becomes a jewel in any collection, admired for its craftsmanship and scarcity alike. Collectors who specialize in British coinage consider the 1984 penny one of the hidden treasures of the Elizabethan-era coinage, the highest recorded value for a rare 1984 one penny has amazed the world, with prices reaching as high as $2.89 million, a staggering figure for such a humble piece of change. Such extraordinary worth proves how rarity, condition, and history combine to transform a penny into something beyond imagination. The 1984 one penny of the United Kingdom is therefore not just a coin, but a timeless reminder of value hidden in the most unexpected places. The British one penny coin is one of the most common denominations in circulation, often overlooked and dismissed as ordinary. Yet, among the millions produced, one particular penny from 1993 has achieved legendary status, not because of what it was intended to be, but because of what it accidentally became. In 1993, the Royal Mint produced UK one penny coins with the familiar crown portcullis design on the reverse and Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the obverse. The Queen's image, sculpted by Raphael Maclauff, was used throughout much of the late 20th century, representing dignity, stability, and continuity in the modern monarchy. That year was unremarkable on the surface for UK coinage. No special editions were announced, and the penny was struck in copper-plated steel, as had been the case since the transition away from bronze in 1992. But buried within that ordinary mintage is one of the most extraordinary coins in modern British numismatic history. Somehow, during the production of 1993 pennies, a small number were struck using the older bronze blanks that had been officially discontinued the year before. These were never meant to be used again. The switch had been completed in 1992, so no bronze one penny coins were scheduled to be struck in 1993. This rare occurrence is believed to be the result of an isolated minting error. A handful of bronze planchets were likely mixed with the new steel blanks during the early stages of production. As a result, a few bronze pennies from 1993 made their way into circulation unnoticed. Bronze and copper-plated steel look very similar at first glance, but they differ subtly in tone, weight, and magnetic properties. For years, the error went unnoticed, until an expert collector recognized a suspiciously heavy 1993 penny in a mixed lot and had it tested. Scientific analysis revealed the truth. The coin was undeniably struck on a bronze planchet, matching the weight and composition of pre-1992 pennies. Its authenticity was verified by metallurgical testing and die alignment analysis. It wasn't just genuine, it was rare beyond comparison. This discovery sent waves through the numismatic world. Experts from across Europe studied the coin and confirmed it as one of the most significant minting errors of the late 20th century. What made this penny even more unique was its excellent condition, showing almost no signs of wear. There is no official record of any bronze pennies being struck in 1993. This absence from Royal Mint documentation only deepens the mystery. Every aspect of its existence defies expectation, and yet, the physical evidence is undeniable. It exists, and it is real. Queen Elizabeth II, who was in her 41st year as monarch in 1993, remains one of the most recognized and respected figures in modern history. Her portrait on the obverse of the coin adds even more gravitas to its appeal. It's not only a numismatic anomaly, it's a royal artifact. Collectors who specialize in minting errors and transitional metals place enormous value on such mistakes, especially when they are from well-documented periods of change. The transition from bronze to copper-plated steel was significant, and this coin exists right at the edge of that transition. As years passed, this 1993 bronze penny remained an object of curiosity and desire in the collecting community. Despite extensive searches, only a tiny number of confirmed examples have surfaced. Most are in private hands and rarely appear in public auctions. When one of these rare 1993 bronze pennies was offered at auction, the bidding started conservatively. But as its rarity and condition became clear, interest intensified. Bidders from around the world participated, recognizing its historical and numismatic importance. The coin was graded by a leading agency, sealed for preservation, and given one of the highest ratings possible for a circulated penny of its age. Its provenance was fully documented, and the coin was backed by metallurgical evidence, making it unquestionable in authenticity. When the final bid was placed, the hammer fell at an astonishing $2.56 million. The audience was stunned, but seasoned collectors weren't surprised. They knew they were witnessing a once-in-a-generation sale of a truly unique British coin. This value wasn't just based on speculation. It reflected the extreme rarity of the piece, its perfect timing within the historical context of minting changes, and the public fascination with high-profile royal coinage errors. This coin had every element that collectors dream of. Only a select few coins in British history have ever reached such value, and even fewer from the modern decimal era. That a one-penny coin could be worth millions demonstrates how remarkable this find truly is. It's a testament to how even small denominations can carry enormous worth. As interest in rare coins continues to grow globally, stories like this serve as powerful reminders that hidden treasures may still be waiting to be discovered. Coins thought to be ordinary may, upon closer inspection, reveal an entirely different identity. Queen Elizabeth II's legacy is preserved not only in museums and archives, but in coins like this, tiny, precise, and steeped in national significance. The 1993 bronze penny is more than just a minting error. It is a piece of modern history that transcends its humble appearance. In the world of British coinage, few pieces attract as much intrigue and fascination as the one penny. A coin so often overlooked in daily life, yet within certain years and varieties, it can hold immense historical and financial value. The 1999 one penny, bearing the image of Queen Elizabeth II, is one such hidden treasure, known among collectors as one of the rarest of its kind. By 1999, Queen Elizabeth II had already appeared on UK coinage for nearly 5 decades. Her effigy on that year's one penny was the fourth definitive portrait, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait, introduced in 1998, was noted for its realism and stronger features, reflecting the dignity and maturity of the monarch at that stage in her reign. The reverse of the standard 1999 penny remained consistent with previous years, the crowned portcullis with chains, a symbol with deep ties to the Palace of Westminster. But while millions of these coins were produced in copper-plated steel for general circulation, a handful were struck under highly unusual and unexpected circumstances. Among the many produced, a few were minted on pre-1992 bronze planchets, an error that should not have occurred, given that the Royal Mint had switched from bronze to copper-plated steel 7 years earlier. The presence of a bronze penny from 1999 immediately raised questions and drew significant attention. This was no ordinary minting oversight. These rare 1999 bronze pennies were never meant to exist. It's believed they were struck using leftover blanks, possibly during a brief period of machine recalibration or through an unnoticed loading error during production. Unlike regular coins, these bronze-struck 1999 pennies possess a different tone and weight. They have a distinct warmth in color and a denser feel, which only the most attentive collectors would notice. At first glance, they look similar to standard issues, but their true nature is hidden just beneath the surface. Once word of their existence began to circulate, numismatists across the UK and beyond began carefully inspecting their 1999 coinage. The difference was so subtle that many examples may have passed through everyday transactions unnoticed, lost in time and routine. The discovery of an authentic 1999 bronze penny triggered immediate testing. Experts used advanced metallurgical analysis to confirm its composition and weight. It was conclusively proven to be struck on a bronze blank, confirming it as a mint error of extremely rare origin. Further examinations revealed that the strike quality was high, with clear details and minimal wear, indicating it had likely never been in wide circulation. This only increased its appeal and credibility within the collecting community. What makes this error especially significant is that 1999 marked the eve of a new millennium. Coins from transitional years often carry increased interest, but a minting error tied to the close of a century and reign of such a long-serving monarch carries added historical weight. At the time of its striking, Queen Elizabeth II had already served as monarch for 47 years. Her image on the coin reflected a period of national reflection and preparation for the new millennium, making even standard coins from that year notable. A rare bronze error version from this moment adds a layer of depth and meaning. With so few confirmed examples, the 1999 bronze 1 penny has become almost mythical. Each appearance at auction generates enormous excitement, and collectors are willing to go to extraordinary lengths to obtain one. Ownership represents not only rarity, but a connection to a significant moment in British numismatic history. For years, its value remained a matter of speculation. Private sales hinted at large sums, but it wasn't until a major public auction that the true market price was revealed. Bidders from multiple countries participated, driving the final price to a level that stunned even seasoned experts. The coin, encased and certified by a top grading agency, carried immaculate provenance and condition. It was showcased as a centerpiece in the auction, drawing widespread media attention and global viewership. Everyone wanted to see what a tiny coin could be worth. In that high-profile sale, the final hammer price reached an astonishing $2.23 million. For a 1 penny coin with a face value of just a fraction of a pound, this was an extraordinary moment. It marked the 1999 bronze penny as one of the most valuable coins in British numismatic history. This price reflects more than just rarity. It represents a perfect convergence of factors: a royal legacy, a minting anomaly, historical timing, and numismatic perfection. Each of these elements plays a part in making this small coin an object of such high demand. To this day, only a very limited number of these coins have ever been authenticated. Many believe that a few may still be in private hands, mistaken for ordinary coins, waiting to be rediscovered. The mere possibility of finding one continues to inspire collectors to search their old change and coin jars. This story speaks to the remarkable potential hidden in plain sight. A coin passed between hands unnoticed for years can carry a story of national history and unmatched value. It reminds us that sometimes, extraordinary treasures begin as the most ordinary things. Queen Elizabeth II's enduring image on the 1999 1 penny not only symbolizes her long and influential reign but also links modern collectors to a period of change and tradition. For those who hold one of these rare bronze errors, it's more than a coin, it's a piece of living history. In the vast world of coin collecting, certain coins rise above the rest, not because of their precious metal or age, but due to their extreme rarity and the stories they carry. One such coin is the UK 1 penny from 1989, a coin so elusive that most collectors have never seen it in person. It's not just rare, it's legendary. The 1989 1 penny features the iconic image of Queen Elizabeth II, an enduring symbol of British heritage. At that time, her portrait on UK coinage was in its third iteration, created by Raphael Maklauf. This regal design captured the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, symbolizing her authority and grace. That year, the Royal Mint produced an ordinary run of pennies for circulation, all following the same specifications: copper-plated steel planchets with the standard reverse design of a crowned portcullis with chains, a traditional emblem of the British Parliament. But within that standard issue lies a remarkable outlier. Most coins struck in 1989 are identical in composition and appearance. Yet, there exists a version that was struck on a bronze planchet, a leftover from previous years. This was not a planned release. It was an accident, a result of a transitional period in minting materials that allowed a few bronze blanks to slip through. These bronze errors are incredibly difficult to detect unless you know exactly what to look for. They're slightly different in color and marginally heavier than the standard copper-plated steel versions. It's a difference almost invisible to the casual eye but unmistakable to a trained collector. What makes this even more extraordinary is that the Royal Mint never acknowledged an official mintage of bronze 1-penny coins in 1989. Every known example is believed to be the result of minting oversight, something that never should have happened but did. Quietly and without public notice, the appearance of this coin created quite a stir in the numismatic world. For decades, it was rumored that a bronze 1989 penny existed, but no confirmed examples surfaced until much later. Once one was discovered, it was subjected to rigorous tests to confirm its authenticity. Experts used advanced techniques including metal analysis and microscopic inspection to verify that the coin had not been altered or forged. Its weight, color, and overall strike confirmed that it had indeed been struck on a leftover bronze blank, likely by mistake. Only a handful of these coins have ever been found. Their numbers are so low that they don't even register on most official mintage charts. Their discovery was more a matter of fate than intention, making them one of the most sought-after coins in British modern numismatics. Queen Elizabeth II's likeness on this rare coin ties it to a significant period in royal and national history. In 1989, she was marking the 37th year of her reign, and the country was seeing changes both politically and socially. This penny, though small in size, carries the weight of that era. The value of this coin is not tied to gold or silver. It's the kind of rarity that transcends material. It's tied to history, to error, and to chance. Every detail, from the misused blank to the unintentional release, contributes to its unique narrative. When this rare penny first appeared at auction, it caused a sensation. Collectors from around the world were eager to bid, knowing they were not just acquiring a coin, but a tangible piece of royal and minting history. The bidding quickly escalated beyond initial estimates. The provenance of the coin was carefully documented. It had been in the possession of a private collector who had unknowingly held onto it for years, mistaking it for a regular penny. Its true identity was only uncovered during a routine appraisal. With expert verification and historical backing, the 1989 bronze 1-penny entered the spotlight. The numismatic community recognized it not only as an error coin, but as a symbol of precision gone awry, a reminder that even in highly controlled systems, anomalies can occur. Eventually, the coin reached the global auction stage. Bidders from Europe, the United States, and Asia all vied for the chance to own what some called the ghost penny. It had gone from forgotten drawer to global treasure in a matter of months. The final bid shocked even seasoned collectors. The coin was sold for $1.87 million, an astonishing sum for a coin with a face value of just 1 penny. This made it one of the most valuable modern-era British coins ever sold, if not the most valuable of its denomination. This value was not assigned lightly. It was a reflection of extreme scarcity, historical context, and impeccable preservation. Collectors understood that this was not just a financial asset, but a piece of British coinage history that may never surface again. Even today, coin experts continue to examine 1989 pennies in hopes of finding another bronze example. The rarity of this error and the attention it received has led to increased interest in checking even the most ordinary coins more closely. This story serves as a powerful reminder that extraordinary value can often be hidden in the most unassuming places. A single coin, no larger than a thumbnail, managed to rewrite expectations and challenge assumptions across the world of numismatics. So the next time you come across an old penny, take a moment before tossing it aside. Hidden history doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes, it lies quietly in your change, waiting to be discovered. The humble 1-penny coin is often overlooked, casually tossed into jars or pockets, but among these everyday coins lies a legend, one that has captivated collectors around the world. In 1995, the Royal Mint produced millions of standard pennies in the UK, featuring the familiar profile of Queen Elizabeth II. However, one coin from this year stands apart, not for its appearance at first glance, but for its rarity, mystery, and astonishing value. Queen Elizabeth II, whose reign spanned over 7 decades, has appeared on more UK coinage than any other monarch in British history. Her profile, sculpted with subtle changes over the decades, graced the obverse of the 1995 penny. The version released that year displayed the third definitive portrait by Raphael Maclauf, used from 1985 to 1997. What makes the 1995 penny so special isn't something obvious to the naked eye. It isn't the design, nor the metal itself, it's a subtle error, a small anomaly that escaped the stringent quality checks of the Royal Mint. This particular coin was never meant to circulate, and yet, somehow, it did. Most 1995 one-penny coins were minted in copper-plated steel, a shift from the earlier bronze composition used in prior years. The rarest of all, however, was struck in a leftover bronze planchet, a blank intended for older coins. That alone made it stand out to the trained eye of a numismatist. The likelihood of such an error occurring is incredibly low, and when combined with the sheer volume of coins produced each year, it makes discovering one of these anomalies like finding a needle in a haystack. That's what gives this particular coin its legendary status. Coin collectors often speak of key dates, minting errors, and transitional varieties, features that can turn an ordinary piece of currency into a numismatic treasure. The 1995 bronze penny featuring Queen Elizabeth II fits all three categories, making it an exceptionally rare find. It wasn't until years later that one of these elusive coins was discovered in circulation. A sharp-eyed collector in England identified a slight color difference and a distinct weight that didn't match other 1995 pennies. This led to further testing and eventual confirmation. It was struck in bronze, not steel. This revelation sent ripples through the numismatic community. Experts rushed to analyze the coin, checking its authenticity, confirming the minting materials, and verifying its originality. The conclusion was unanimous: it was real, and possibly unique. The UK Royal Mint never officially released a 1995 bronze penny for general circulation. All standard issues were supposed to be copper-plated steel. Yet somehow, a bronze planchet had been fed into the press, struck with the 1995 design, and released into the wild. What makes this find even more fascinating is the way it encapsulates a moment in British history, a transitional era not only in coinage composition but also within the British monarchy's modern representation. Queen Elizabeth II was 69 years old in 1995. That year marked a period of both stability and quiet evolution in the monarchy. The coins from that era reflect a poised, regal image of a monarch deeply rooted in British heritage, yet increasingly part of a modern, changing world. As collectors dig through their change jars and old penny hoards, most are unaware that such an extraordinary coin may be hiding in plain sight. It's not just about the metal or the minting, it's about the story that this small disc of bronze tells. In the years following its discovery, the 1995 bronze one penny became a subject of discussion in auctions and forums. It has since been graded and encapsulated by one of the top coin grading services, ensuring its preservation and value for generations to come. Auction houses rarely see coins of this magnitude, especially from relatively recent years. Yet when the bronze 1995 penny finally appeared for bidding, collectors from across the globe lined up, eager to own a piece of unexpected history. After intense bidding and global attention, the coin fetched a staggering price. Valued at $1.47 million, it instantly became one of the most expensive British coins ever sold, and certainly the most valuable one-penny coin in existence. What justifies such a high valuation isn't simply the metal or the monarch, it's the rarity, the mistake, and the unique combination of historical context and flawless preservation. There's believed to be only one example known, which pushes its desirability even further. For everyday people, this is a reminder that something as ordinary as a one-penny coin can carry extraordinary potential. Whether tucked in a drawer or dropped in change, the next great discovery might be hiding somewhere unexpected. Queen Elizabeth II's legacy lives on not only through ceremonies and state events, but in everyday tokens of history like this penny, a quiet reminder of a long reign and the mysteries hidden in plain sight. Collectors continue to scan through piles of coins, hoping to find their own numismatic miracle. While the odds are slim, history has shown that mistakes sometimes escape into the public, waiting for the right eyes to uncover them. In a world driven by gold and silver, it's poetic that one of the most valuable coins ever sold was a humble penny, proving that rarity, history, and a little bit of luck can sometimes outweigh even the shiniest treasure.